When Sinn Féin signed up, it was a step too far for opponents of the leadership. They believed Gerry Adams was giving the IRA notice and accepting far less than they had fought for. The inevitable confrontation played out at another IRA convention at the remote Donegal village of Falcara that October. For the militarists, it offered one last shot at overturning the strategy of the Adams and McGuinness leadership. At stake, the very future of the IRA and the peace process. For the second time in 12 months, senior figures in the movement, including the Quartermaster Michael McKevitt, lined up to oppose Adams and his peace strategy, wanting to get back to war. An Irish police officer, Martin Ridge, wrote a report on the convention for his bosses.
This is Ballyconnell House where the IRA meeting was held in October 97. There would be approximately 80 people, we were told here, you know, and again, they stayed up all night, didn't sleep in their beds at all.
Did the guards have any idea what was happening here?
Not a clue, no. No idea whatsoever. It just like any other weekend, you know. Nobody knew what was happening under our noses, you could say.
The one-night booking had been paid for in cash, £800, in the name of a community group. The Mitchell principles of non-violence dominated the debate. Opponents of the leadership argued the IRA couldn't agree to them.
They tried to force the Army Council's hand by saying that no IRA member was allowed to sign up to the Mitchell principles. Therefore, if you want to talk and sign up to Mitchell principles, you effectively leave the IRA.
I have spoken to several people who were there that night, including some centrally involved. They told me that the opposition was relying on Brian Gillen, named in Parliament as a senior member of the IRA, to back them. But at the last moment, Gillen signalled his loyalty to the Adams leadership. His support was rewarded with a place on the Army Council.
They meticulously planned everything down to who was going to vote for who, people pretending to support the other side who had no intentions of, and they just wiped the floor with them.
The final battle for control of the IRA had been won by Gerry Adams and Martin McGuinness. They left Ballyconnell House to continue their work on the road toward a final peace settlement. Their opponents took another road, setting up a rival organisation, the real IRA, and going back to war.